Yo, what's up, guys? Okay, so today we got a good day because although in the last one the Subaru, well, broke 2 videos ago, barely got home last video. We have more unfortunate news in this video, but that's for later on and it'll get fixed. We're getting the Subaru like running condition today. That old crimped throttle cable is still on. That is where Gabriel is working on getting off right now. And we're gonna get the new one on because it came in, I picked it up, and we got a few other little things that hopefully will go on. We got the wideband gauge and we have the boost controller. So hopefully those will both be going on in this video. I don't know, tonight or whenever, but that's the plan for this weekend, for this video. We're getting that stuff done. So Gabriel and I hopping in on this throttle cable. We're getting that done tonight. It's gonna be really quick, super easy. Yeah, we're gonna get into that. I'm gonna send you guys to the intro and we'll be right back. Here we go. Welcome. Oh, it's literally 2 zip ties, and then we just have to get this nut undone so that we can get it down there. Alright, so this will be super easy, like I said, to get off. And then a brand new still in the bag. So this one's coming off, that one's going on. Here we go, time lapse. Okay, so today, another day, we will be doing boost controller at least, and then hopefully maybe we'll get into the wideband gauge. Also, I painted the inside of my hood scoop. We're gonna jump over here, we're gonna get this boost controller installed, and yeah, Trevin's here helping me out, so we're gonna get right on this. So the kind of boost controller that I got is a 3-port, you can see right there by Trevin's hand. And that just means that it has 3 hoses rather than 2, like some of the older boost controllers that you can get on the market. And the 3rd port is for the turbo inlet. So it'll branch off this intake hose right here, and then you have numbers for where the other 2 hoses go off the wastegate and off the turbo housing. So it's literally like basically plug and play. You just gotta find out where the hoses go, put them on, and make sure everything is soundly on so that nothing falls off and everything's attached to the car. So we're gonna get on that really quick, and then we'll come back to you in just a little bit. Okay, so a lot of things have happened in the past like hour and a half-ish, and we got the boost controller put on completely. Boom, squared away, perfect. The next thing we've been doing is, well, kind of tearing apart like all the aesthetics around the firewall in the car and outside of the car and the engine bay, because now we are wiring up the wideband gauge. We have a good idea of trying to incorporate it in with the clock. I just want to get it in there for the time being. I will order a new like gauge pod. But for now, until I do that, I don't have the other gauges for the pod, so it'd look kind of dumb. I'd like to really be able to put it in with that clock. It'd be really cool, I think it'd be really sleek. Boom, perfect, would work just fine. Where we are at now is we have the wires running through the firewall. So we got this wire to read from the O2 sensor. We'll be wiring this into the power for the clock so that it'll also power the gauge. And then below, we have the AEM air sensor still in there, and we have the next one that we're putting in hanging with all the wires temporary mocked up, so that when we get the gauge and everything ready up top, we can throw everything in the, like below also. The next step, Austin is going to be working on powering stuff, so he's going to be working up in the car. I'm going to be working on getting everything underneath secured, so getting the O2 sensor put in, putting all the connectors together and making sure that everything is all running straight current all the way through, and basically getting that going very soon. I didn't think it was going to be like this easy. We made it way harder than we were supposed to. I mean, obviously that's everything we do on here, but everything's going together really nice, and it's gonna look fantastic. I know a lot of this video has been filmed in the garage, I get it, and I'm kind of sorry. I wish I could change up the setting a little bit, but it's hard when, you know, you're just working on the car and it's cold outside. So, a little review of everything that has happened in this video. We have fixed the throttle cable, we have installed the boost controller and the wideband gauge. It's all in, it's all working, it's all good to go. We even have placed the wideband gauge inside. The next thing I'm gonna do is show you guys everything and how it's like laid out in the car. And so we're gonna dive right into that. Starting off with the placement of the wideband gauge. So I told you guys I wanted it to be on the clock in the car. I also wanted it to be oriented towards the driver. So in the housing for the clock, I have cut out a little piece for the gauge to sit inside. It sits in there real nice and snug. It doesn't move at all. It works amazing right there for us, and it's great. I think that's the final placement. It looks really cool from the driver's view. It works the way it's supposed to, and like honestly, it's gonna end up there even with the gauge pod that I also purchased. So as you hopefully know, a wideband gauge measures your air-fuel ratio, which is the air and fuel that is inside of the chambers exploding to, you know, make your car run. The wideband gauge literally just tells you the number that your air-fuel ratio is at, and if it's too low, too high, or, you know, just right. Our goal with that is to tune the car and get that number just right. We're a little off from that number right now, but we're getting very close to that tuning day. Stay tuned for that one later on. So the wiring for my wideband gauge is back here, and it's that black tube that runs all the way down, and it runs down through the other side of my transmission housing, comes back over the transmission brace. So the wiring runs up here from the transmission housing over the transmission brace. It runs down and it'll come into the O2 sensor, which is right there. And then going the other way into the cabin, it will go into the firewall right down here. So it runs right there, goes into the firewall. On the other side, it'll come out from underneath. That's actually the wire right there. And it goes up and it connects into the back of the gauge. The power then is literally just hooked into the power for the clock. It's working great, and that's all fantastic. Now for the boost controller, gotta take these off. And there we have it. We have the aftermarket and the OEM. I just put it right there for the time being. It's probably gonna get removed here soon, but for now I didn't really care. So I got all my hoses going down. They're all connected right here. They move up, move up. I got one of them connected to my wastegate. I got the other one right there connected to my turbo. Then I'm coming over here. It's running along. It connects into my intake hosing. And boom, that's all set up. There's a clip right here for the electrical on it. And that's really it. It's just a lot of plug and play stuff that we did here. We did the throttle cable also, but you know, it has one route going from the actual throttle all the way over into the firewall down to the pedal. Real simple stuff, guys. I'm very happy we got all this done. I can't believe that we actually did get it all done. I've been waiting, but I didn't think it was gonna get done anytime soon. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up on it. Go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video with people who also might like it. We have some crazy content coming up. There might be a car show. Then ICC is coming up and we're going to be doing so much there. We're dressing up for Halloween. We're going to try to do a trunk or treat. It's going to be fantastic. So I hope to see you guys there, or I hope to see you guys back here for that video also. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support. It means so much to me. Don't forget, leave something down in the comments that you want to see in the future, and that's going to do it for me. And I'm out. Peace. That was really hot.
That's super sharp. You look like a natural.
Here we are in Miles's garage.
We're videoing. I've just got this little dingle ball up here.
Drill a hole.
What do you have to say about this?
Nothing.
Oh, you're out.
Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna change something.
I don't like being recorded.